So, one of the things I appreciate about you, Sai, is you give a very unfiltered kind of a take on this, and I think, is it because, do you think that you're able to do that because you're in a certain position in your life where you don't give fucks anymore about this stuff in terms of, what happens to you or what people say about you? Or is it because, you care about it, like this is just the way it is, and, we all have to just, suck it up and understand that's the system?
So I'll tell you a good story. So,
Yeah,
Listen, you can start us off. Your camera's right here, so go ahead.
Welcome to the Telemong podcast. Welcome to the Telemong podcast. Today is a really special day. We have a special guest. This guy, we have a little bit of history back in the days before I met, but I want him to introduce himself first. It's Thao.
okay.
Please introduce yourself so the young people can know who you are. We know who you are, but there's a lot of young people who don't know who you are yet. It's a new generation.
You made me feel old now.
No, man, that's how it is.
I used to think about, you're low. I'm like, then the other day I'm like, oh shit, they're too low.
Slide in.
So that just reminded me of that. So anyway, I've been around for a while. Like you said, I'm Sai Hmong Thao. I was I live in Minnesota. Moved to Minnesota when I was 8. I've been here. I was one of those refugee kids. We got here when I was 8, and then I've been here since. Then I moved out 2011. Yeah, since then I've been in Florida. I don't know, 14 years now, 15 years now.
Living the life in the warmth of...
Yeah, and then the last 2 years I'm in Costa Rica.
Nice.
I got a little place down there, and like I was telling you earlier, every day I get up, I'm like, oh man, do I want to go ride up in the mountain in my motorcycle or go sit on the beach and smoke a cigar?
See, it sounds like that's the life.
That does
I
sound
kind of do that every day. or grab my fishing pole and go toss in the, go wet the line or something. I did that for 4 months, and two weeks ago I came here. So.
That's awesome, man. Yeah. Well, we're happy to have you. When I found out that you were here for a couple of weeks, I was like, you know what? I gave you a call, and I was like, you know what? Let's talk. There's a lot of things going on.
Absolutely.
Today's topics, what I originally wanted to talk to you about was just to simply, which we'll get into, is just entrepreneurship and business mindset. I think that's something that the Hmong community really, really loves to hear about, to kind of know your story, and then just kind of the way you think about things to possibly help them.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things the main thing. But because there's so many things going on right now in the state of Minnesota and a lot of craziness going on, I thought that we should talk a little bit of politics too.
Yeah. We'll do that.
Awesome. Yeah. Sure. Forgot. We have to
So we're
go through the process. This is why you're a better introduction.
Oh, you did great. You did great, Envy. But we do have Thao here, and that is amazing because I've always wanted to meet you.
Oh, okay.
I came here, and I think you were still
State rep.
state rep.
Yeah.
I remember your face during that time because it was everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And now I finally get to meet you. It's so nice.
Yeah, all right.
I'm actually going to be smoking with you guys. We're going to be smoking cigars today.
Yeah.
So, thank you, Envy, for the ashtrays.
Yeah.
This is my first time, so
today I'm really excited because, we never get to smoke cigars. And so the fact that, Sho opened up his home for us to be able to smoke cigars is really special because it's cold as heck outside. Nobody wants to smoke.
Yeah.
And so this would be really nice and really cool. I'm glad that we can try something different, so we'll give it a shot and go from there.
I'm excited. I've always wanted to smoke a cigar.
Okay, so you guys can light up while we're lighting it up.
Yeah.
So this is a Yenga. So this is the Yenga cigar.
Yenga.
It's probably the only Hmong cigar.
It is the only Hmong cigar.
Yeah, so it's my own personal cigar. It's my brand. I've been working on it. So this one is
Your smoke detector is gonna go off.
I'm gonna close the door.
I'm worried about that.
this one is a Cuban mix. So the filler, the
Yeah.
inside is Cuban leaf.
Okay.
So they import it into Costa Rica, and then they roll it. The wrapper and the binder is Costa Rican and Nicaraguan.
That's awesome. And so I'm glad that you're educating people on this because there's cigar snobs out there. And so and people who know the game know what's all these leaves that you're talking about, but there are people who don't. And so I was actually shocked that you were even admitted that. Can you even say that out loud that we have Cuban leaves in here? Like that's okay.
Who cares, man?
All right, boss in it.
So this is actually an illegal cigar.
Uh-oh.
I mean, you were not supposed to have Cuban stuff.
He
but-
said it, not me. I'm just saying that. So that's what it is.
So if you want a Cuban cigar, call me and hit me up. I'll give you a Yenga. I mean, I can't advertise that, but just know you know.
Right.
And these are very exclusive. You can't get it anywhere.
Extremely exclusive. So
Okay.
the process in which Sai told me how he did it was actually very genius. And so, appreciate you, kind of passing it out to some of the Hmong brothers here in the States. I think a lot of people don't even get to try Cubans. So, that's something else.
All right, Envy. Do you have to?
All you got to do is, Sai, show him.
What? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
All right, we got to roast it.
Burns on its own.
It will as soon as you start inhaling.
Okay.
Then you're going to do this.
Just for
Really nice.
I don't advocate or think that this is healthy, by the way. So for the kids, don't this is not something for you guys to do. But
Okay, man, we're men. It's okay.
But as you get older and you want your palate changes, it's something that you can. I think that you should try.
All right. Here we go.
So, all right, while we enjoy our cigar, what do you guys want to talk about,
Let's
man?
talk about it. Let's get into it, man. So I wanted to talk politics first because, man, there's so much things going on right now, and I wanted to get your perspective because you are actually a state representative here.
Yeah.
Which district was it again?
I was in 65A, so it covered the Frogtown area, a little bit of Summit U, and at the time when I was representing, that area had it's split in threes. 30% was white, 30% was black, and 30% was Hmong. So it was one of those very diverse districts. Probably the most diverse in the state.
I bet, especially during that time. Yeah, I remember. It's way back then. Yeah. So you're here now. You've been here, and we're all over the news right now. Minnesota is all over the news with ICE.
We
What are
are.
your thoughts on them? What is your thoughts on ICE? I'm really curious. Do they have a purpose? Do you think that they're just in what they're trying to do, or do you think that it's just kind of Trump's people or his
Sure.
thing? Just curious to know your thoughts.
Man, there's so many levels to this whole issue. I think at the end of the day, I think Trump actually truly believes what he's doing, which is turning America back to 1950, 1940. That's where he kind of became a man, right? And I think he's actually truly believed that, and he's trying to do that with getting rid of the immigrants and people of color, and I think that with ICE being here is a manifestation of that. Plus, I think I also, maybe you read the tea leaf. I understand politics a little bit better.
Yeah.
I don't know for sure, but I think Tim Walz probably is polling really well to run for president. Even though he might not be wanting to run, but they probably did polls, right?
Yeah.
And they know that if he runs, he has a good chance.
You mean the left?
On the left,
Yeah,
Tim Walz,
yeah,
the
yeah.
governor
Yeah,
of
yeah.
Minnesota.
So the left believes that he would be the one?
No, not just the left. Not just the left. When you're in the political system, we don't just poll ourselves. Let's say
Gotcha.
we're Democrats. We're gonna poll the Republican and see which Republican person
Would.
is the best candidate that's gonna beat our candidate.
Gotcha.
And so that, and I assume maybe Tim Walz is polling really well nationally, and he's probably a candidate that the Republican and Trump is scared of.
Okay.
And so part of it is one, yeah, Trump believes what he's doing. Two, he's trying to hurt Tim Walz because you see the ICE thing to say, oh, there's all these immigrants, all these bad people here, plus all the corruption that they're throwing in there. It's just they're trying to hurt Tim Walz. I mean, that's my theory.
Gotcha.
You know, from being in politics so long,
Yep.
Yeah.
right away when I see that, I'm like, okay, that's what he's doing. And so when you piece all that stuff together, it makes sense to me. But I think to the average person, it doesn't. And
Right.
one thing about Trump that he is willing to do is he doesn't care who he hurts. If he wants to do something, he'll do it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So now
That's
a lot
fair.
of the like I go by I go to the Hmong villages in Hmong town, and you know a quarter of the shops are open, and
I saw a lot of them closed down. Now people not a lot
Yeah.
of people are coming.
yeah, because people are not going. No one's people are not shopping there anymore, and so when I went there yesterday, there was only a quarter of the shops were open, and even the ones that are open, I asked them how many people are there, and like, yeah, in a good day he see like 10. You know, one vendor in a good day, that guy see 10, and they were saying it's worse than when it was COVID, and so.
So it's affecting businesses, and so
I
I
wondered,
wondered.
yeah.
So
yeah, definitely. I mean, the kind of the trickle down effect, right?
Right.
The policy is to turn America back to 1950 and the white guy and all that stuff, and now, but then it's hurting a lot of the mom and pop who
correct.
Yeah.
So
who can't even these guys. I don't think they can handle being a week without customers, you know?
yeah, for the mom and pops, that's a totally true statement. The thing I would add, though, I think it's just a matter of time. It's already starting to affect corporations, right? So my question to you would be, you know, as a business owner yourself, why doesn't
Oh, yeah.
why doesn't corporations take a stand to prevent ICE from like entering their properties?
You know, it's not even ICE. So I have I have a business myself, right? I do assisted living, and a lot of my workers are immigrant. You know, one it's hard for me to find workers. Just not me, but the whole industry, the
Right.
whole assisted living industry.
Yeah.
Right now, it's very difficult to find workers. And then the second part is a lot of the workers were here on temporary status, and Trump just got rid of all of that, and so now I gotta fire 5 employees and find new employees where it's already hard to find employees. So not only me, but I think nationally it's
Right.
impacting everybody. Even everything from your food, you know, like the big corporation that I don't know, they do Florida, they do a lot of farming,
Yeah.
a lot of strawberry. I mean, you see fields and fields of strawberry just rotting
Yeah.
because there's no pickers.
But that's my point.
Yeah.
So why don't they step in and try to? Can they step corporations? You own Target, for example. Say, hey, you know what? I don't want you guys here. Can't you do it? People who have that type of influence, those don't they have a say? You know?
They do, but it's at the end of the day, it's whatever Trump wants, right? He's the president, and I don't think he cares.
Yeah.
I don't think he cares for inputs.
So I know, and this actually leads into the next question, right? I know that federal law supersedes, state laws. But as a state representative, what can you do? What can we do to kind of advocate or lobby to kind of do anything to change something? Because again, there's a lot of things that are happening. Is there anything that we can do?
So
If you were state representative right now, what
Yeah.
could I do to you? What could I say? To you?
Okay, so I always tell me, people always call me, right? Hey, there's this and this happened. What can we do? And I said to him, look, that decision was made last November. all this stuff, the next 4 years, was decided last November when Trump won.
Yeah.
That decision was already made. I mean, Trump's already in office. He's going to do what he's doing for the next 4 years.
Yeah.
The only way to stop the ball, his ball, from rolling it farther or slowing it down is this coming election, the 2028, 2026, the midterm election for Congress. And if they got enough House members and senators that could put Trump in check, then maybe they might be able to stop him.
Okay.
Right now they don't, because it's majority Republican
Right.
in the House, the Senate, and even in the Supreme Court.
Okay.
So if those guys said, it's okay, let Trump do what he wants,
So you make it
and nothing happens.
right. So you make it seem like there's nothing we can do then as people, as the people.
I mean, policy wise, there's none anyone could do right now, because those policies were all made last November.
Well, I'm hoping. I was hoping you can give me some optimistic advice to the people. It's like
I'm just giving you the reality, and now
like nothing we can do, Shua.
and that's why that's why I wake up and I'm like, do I want to go ride my bike in the mountain or go have a cigar on the beach? Because there's nothing I could do at this moment. I mean, the only thing you could do, maybe if you want to be proactive, is get involved politically to get people to come out and vote in this midterm. I mean, that's the most proactive you could do.
Okay.
I mean, I hate to say it. A lot of people out there protesting, man, half of those people didn't vote, dude.
Yeah.
They did a study and some guy went and said, hey, why are you out here protesting? They're like, we're protesting because Trump did this and that and this. Did you go vote? Oh, dude, when's the election? They're like, dude, it was last week. That's why you're here protesting. The guy won.
Yeah.
So a lot of people, they get angry and stuff, and they want to protest. I don't know. All that does is just raise the awareness. But policy-wise, it's already too late. If you want to really impact the policy, then you have to do it when it counts.
Yeah.
That's election night.
Yeah.
That's it. The election night is when you have the most effect in what direction the country will go.
Yeah. Okay. And I think that's. I mean, it sounds like that's the only thing we can do because we can't really do much. But
I mean, right now, what you could do is, one, be smart about it. And two, for me, I care about the small mom and pop shops, and I know they're hurting. So I don't know. What I do is, I don't need another extra Nava, but I'm gonna go buy it anyway,
But the more immediate concern, though, I would say is right now that people are afraid because people are getting stopped, people are being asked for IDs and things like that. Isn't that unconstitutional? Isn't there something like you can't, right now it's
okay, it could be, all that could be, and the court has to determine that. Let's say you got pulled over, they put you through the grinder, and you end up 4 months in ICE detention, and then finally they realize, oh, you're legal, they let you go. Yes, and 2 years later they determined that it was unconstitutional. Yeah, okay, but it's too late. You already lost 4 months of your life.
Oh, I'm gonna be a millionaire after that. After we go to court.
No. I mean, it's gonna be difficult. I mean, you shouldn't bet on it. For me, so my advice to people, right? They're like, you look at your own status. Let's say you could afford to do 1 year without having to work. Man, go out there. Don't worry about nobody. They ICE catch you, let them catch you. Who cares, right? Guys like me, they catch me. I'm in the hangar I'm in jail for 4 months. Who cares? It doesn't hurt me, right? But let's say someone who's here as a student visa, they're foreigner, but they're legally here, and they allow them to be here, but they're not U.S. citizen.
Yeah.
Okay, that guy. My advice to him is, if you don't need to go somewhere, don't, man. Just finish your school. Don't worry about that constitutional stuff. You need to worry about yourself, dude. If you're in jail for 6 months, and after 6 months they determine that you're legally allowed to be here, you already lost your 6 months.
So it sounds like you're saying comply. You don't have a choice.
Not comply, survive. Survive until the political change, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The climate.
Survive until the next election, because it's already too late.
Like whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. You're saying.
Yeah, I mean, Trump's already in.
Yeah.
Supreme Court is in the Republicans' hand. Okay, because they already said whatever Trump does as president, you can't put him in jail. They already said that. So now Trump's like, I do what the hell I want. Okay? Then the House is Republican. The Senate is Republican. You know they're not going to impeach him. So now you understand, like, there's none, political and policy-wise, there's none anyone could do.
See, I think my biggest issue with this whole thing is that ICE is approaching this thing unstructured. Like, I understand their purpose. I think it makes sense. But the way that they're doing it is the problem, right? Like, it's not being policed. It's like, do whatever you want to do, however you want to do it. And that's the problem. Because
They're probably, to cut you off, they probably were instructed to do like that.
I see.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah. I mean, anytime something happened, the secretary of DHS or Christine Noem or something, she defends it right away. J.D. Vance defended it right away. Most likely they were instructed to do it like that.
Yeah.
So it's not like some rogue ICE guy is doing
Right.
it. I think it's top down.
But that's my point. My point is the way that the person, whoever instructed them, gave horrible instructions.
It's right Trump's instruction, dude.
It's a possibility. Yeah. Right.
I mean, I won't be surprised that Trump says, go door to door and fucking crack their heads, man.
Right. But you see how problematic that is? And we're seeing that right now in the state because of that. That's the issue, right? Is because...
Yeah, but we elected the guy.
Yeah.
It's too late. He's already in.
Go ahead.
So, see, do you think this is gonna last for a while?
Well, we'll see what happened in the in the midterm.
That's a long time from now.
Okay.
When is the midterm?
Next November.
That's a long time from now, bro.
Oh shit! So we're gonna last until probably then.
Yeah, 2026 November, and then they get in, and then January they get in office.
Okay.
Let's say a majority of House member are Democrat, 60 of the senator are Democrat. Then they have the power to impeach him, and whether he wants to or not, they could kick him out of office. Okay. So that could happen, but the chance of that happening is small, right? There's so many things. They might be in charge, but they're gonna need Republicans to say we're on board too. And so a lot of it has to do also with let's say this policy of him doing this is very, very unpopular, and he has no more support from the average voter anymore.
Yep. Then he's forced to.
And then he has no choice but to kind of back off.
Yeah.
Not stop, maybe back off. You know.
You know who, which demographic worries me the most, and this should hit home to all of us as being Hmong people here. I think it's I worry about is the mom, the grandma, and somebody she gets stopped. That's what scares me. The old lady that she's probably she's definitely a citizen, but she just can't acknowledge the questions that they're asking.
Yeah, she doesn't know what's going on.
Right. So and so that's what this is what I'm talking about. In terms of how do we. I mean, people are trying to give advice on that, but I'm just saying that it's unfair, it's unjust, and that's the part that bothers me. Because I know people who grandmas and even my mom who are citizens. But if they were South, that's who I would worry about
Oh,
because they, they're, and the truth is, the thing that people don't understand about America is they're probably more patriotic than most white Anglo-Saxon people based on their morals, their values, and things like that. But then they would be locked up because they just couldn't answer those
Because they look
questions.
different.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
they don't speak the language.
Right. And so this is the problem that I think a lot of people are worried about, they're scared about, and that's why I'm just kind of like, what to my original question is, what can we do? Can we go to our state representatives and say, hey, you guys need to try something, do something? We elected you, right? So
Those guys powerless.
yeah.
All the Democrats in the Senate, they're powerless.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have this joke at the state capitol, right? Not a joke, but it's reality. So when your party is in power, you run everything. Okay? You run everything. You determine the hour, when the meeting is, who sits on what committee, what topic to talk about, what bills to pass, everything. You basically control the government, the whole federal government. Okay, and your party controls everything. But when you're in the minority, you have no say. Yeah. The only thing you could do is you could argue. That's it. Yeah. and when we were there, they're like, when I first got elected, we were in the minority.
Yeah.
I didn't know, right? I go up to some senior member. I said, so what's our strategy? I said, just press no the whole time.
That's the strategy?
And I didn't understand it. He said, press red. Red is no.
Wow.
They said, press red. I'm like, what? Yeah, just press red. And so after two years of being there, I'm like, oh, that's all I've been doing is pressing red. Because it's their strategy. They're passing all their stuff, and we oppose it, so we press red.
You got it here first, guys. Behind the scenes of how it's like in the state rep, as a state rep.
Yeah, when you're not in charge, all you do is you press red. Right now, all the Democrats in the federal government are not in charge. All they do is press red. You can ask them to do things, they cannot do nothing. Even they themselves want to do it, and they know how to do it, but they don't have the power to do it.
So why is it all this time I've been thinking to myself, okay, if I was in that seat, I would listen to the argument because I might align with it, even though, again, I'm not in for either party, but I'm saying if I was,
sure,
I would listen to it. If you're for something I advocate for or something that I care about, or the people that represented me or elected me, I would think about it and say, hey, my party is telling me to hit this button, but I like that policy. I'm going to press green at this one. Why wouldn't am I just by myself thinking like this, or did anybody think like this?
Everyone who goes in there thinks like that, and then after 1 year, they so think of this way. If you think like that the whole time, okay, and you're always going against your party.
Yeah.
You're always voting against. One day you're gonna say, hey, this issue is really important to me. And you go to your speaker and say, hey, can you push this issue that is very important to me? You're gonna look at you and say, Nixon, you haven't done anything for the party. When we ask you to do this, you keep saying no, and you keep saying, oh, this is good. We're not doing anything for you. So then you're like,
I see the dilemma.
Yeah, then you're like, okay, do I buck the system and be by myself and get nothing done? Or do I play the game and get something done? Then majority of the times, everyone who gets along gets more, they get more stuff done. The guy that doesn't, we have guys like that at the Capitol.
Okay.
On both sides of the party.
Okay.
Some are Democrats, those guys get no bill passed every year.
Because their own party is going to be against them, you're saying, almost, right?
No, they have no support from nobody.
That's what I'm saying. They don't have any support
just by themselves.
Yeah, they don't have any support from their own party.
Yeah.
I get it. So it's almost like this is why I love the Game of Thrones. It's about learning how to play that game.
Yeah. You're going to isolate yourself and be that guy and pass nothing. or be a member of the party and help the party.
And comply until you have something that you really care about, and maybe hopefully they listen to you, right? You're saying,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, you have better chance.
You have a better chance.
of passing something if you were part of the system.
Right.
Once you become part of the system, you have to be
In this, yeah.
in the system.
So, one of the things I appreciate about you, Sai, is you give a very unfiltered kind of a take on this, and I think, is it because, do you think that you're able to do that because you're in a certain position in your life where you don't give fucks anymore about this stuff in terms of, what happens to you or what people say about you? Or is it because, you care about it, like this is just the way it is, and, we all have to just, suck it up and understand that's the system?
So I'll tell you a good story. So as a Hmong person, right, we have to kind of filter what we say and say what we mean, but nicely, yeah.
Yeah.
And so my dad's really good at that. And so one time we went to Laos. I took my dad, and I took him back to Laos to visit his brothers. First thing he did when we got to his brothers, he's got 3 or 4 brothers there. First, when we got to their village, and when we got the food out and we start talking, first thing my dad did was apologize for me. He said to his brothers, "My son says what he wants to say, so I want to apologize in advance that if he says something,
Jatsi.
don't get offended by it." So basically, my whole life has been kind of like that. If I need to say something, I will say it. Whether it offends you or you're my dad or my mom offends you, I still will have to say it. But at the end, I might still kind of do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Oh, the only 2 people that could tell me what to do, and I don't like, I don't say no, is my mom and my dad. Oh, and my 2 daughters. That's it. There's 4 people in the world that could tell me exactly what to do, and I will say yes, and I'll do it. It's those 4 people, right?
Yeah.
Anyone else is fair game, and so it has to make sense to me.
Yeah.
To do it. If it doesn't, I'll tell you it doesn't make sense.
No, I think that's why I think I appreciate you because of that.
But that when I became a legislator, I became more filtered. I still tell people the truth, but I choose my words differently.
Right.
Right. But right now, I'm not running for anything.
Yeah.
And even my friends who I am friends with, if we disagree politically, I just tell them.
Yeah.
I'm not worried. But that also allowed me to become friends with people from extreme sides of the party.
Gotcha.
Because they know where I'm coming from. And when I debate with them, I debate the issue and I don't get personal with them.
Gotcha.
And when they tell me their issues, I don't attack them personally.
Yeah.
I break down the policy part of it.
Right. Right.
And so, but yeah, I'm not worried about, I don't know, hurting people's feelings. It's always been me. But yeah, you're right. As I get older, I'm even more hard.
Yeah.
And back to Trump. That guy's 80. That guy don't care about nobody. He don't care about nobody saying anything.
Right.
That's why I'm like, there's not much we can do other than the only way to really stop it is get enough people in Congress that will impeach him. That's it.
I get it. I get what you're saying. I'm just saying that it's scary because a lot of people feel like, yes, you might be right. You probably are right. I'm just saying that for the immediate concerns, people are worried about this. It feels like a Nazi regime.
Survival.
Yeah.
Right now, survival.
We're living in revolutionary times, I think.
Yeah, you just got to find ways until the election comes. For me, I mean, I'm not worried about anybody, even myself. And so I'm out there shopping, going to these places that are struggling. Yeah. I'm not worried about getting stopped.
Yeah.
And that's just me.
Yeah.
But if you're worried about getting stopped, you could take precaution, right?
I mean,
I'm not gonna like look at you and say, "Oh, you shouldn't."
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna like, okay, you do what you need to do for yourself.
Well, people like ourselves don't have to worry as much. We are citizens. That's
Mm-hmm.
my point. But it's the people who, maybe can't communicate their citizenship.
Then you protect your mom by making sure you're with her a lot when she's outside. You know,
But I'm just saying it shouldn't have even got to that point. Like the way that they're targeting people is what I'm saying.
it shouldn't, but it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is today, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you just gotta look at the reality. It's like I don't want it, but it's here. How do we
So, yeah.
live with it?
Yeah. So one argument that I've heard the other side, and because I want to, I think I want to be fair, people are saying that, it's because we allowed all the Somalian community to come over to Minnesota, and then now all this fraud that's happening, and that's, billions of dollars is why, things are happening the way. That's why Trump shipped up all these ICE people up here,
Yeah.
How accurate do you think that is? Do you think that we should have been more strong in our policy, not allowing people in? What are your thoughts?
I've been in government. Government fraud happens. Doesn't matter who's in charge. Doesn't matter Democrat or Republican in charge.
Or color of your,
Or what generation. Like at the beginning of the United States, fraud happened
That's
in
true.
government.
That's
okay?
that's true. That's
It
very
doesn't
accurate.
matter which group came or just came or have been here. Government fraud happens not just in the U.S. worldwide.
Yeah.
I travel a lot. I see it. I see it right there. Other places happens so much. It's like right in the open.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here less. It happens less, but it does happen. And a lot of times it might not be the government themselves doing the fraud, but the citizens accessing those programs committing the fraud. And it's not one gender or one race or one group of people that commits more fraud. It's just it does happen, and the best way to do it is figure out where the weak part of the policy is, and we change that policy to make sure there's integrity in those programs. I was in the Health Human Service Committee when I was at the legislature. I mean, to be honest with you, our policies were Minnesota compared to other states. I've been to Florida. I see their policy.
Yeah.
I'm here. I see the policy
Yep.
here. It's almost night and day. There's more fraud in Florida.
Ooh.
So the policy is more stiff. The policy is stronger. They're like, you can't do this and this and this.
Yes.
Like for example, in Minnesota, a good one is this. In Minnesota, they say, okay, you gotta give them. When we were operating, they say you gotta give them 3 meals a day.
Right.
That's it, right? That's the policy.
Yep.
If they live in your facility, you give them 3 meals a day. Florida is different. You got to give them 3 meals a day. Each meal has to have this amount of calories.
Got it.
Okay? And let's say to that day you're going to give them fish and you ran out of fish. You can't replace fish with a piece of bread. You can replace fish with maybe steak
Got you.
or a piece of pork.
Okay.
So you're saying, though, just to reiterate what you're saying, the reason why it's more strict in Florida is because
someone
that fraud happened. It's more abundant.
happened before.
Okay, got it.
So what happened was that law became placed in Florida was someone was just giving bread to the residents.
So Minnesota's just going through this cycle of what you're just describing with Florida. So we're going through this cycle where our policies were loose, laxed.
Yeah, the
and
policy
now-
is because we haven't had fraud. And so it was relaxed.
Gotcha.
And now it's catching up.
Gotcha. And so we're seeing the effects of that, and then the current administration is saying, "Hey, let's come over here and but it's not fair. But it's
No, they're using it for I. That's why I know that, and that's why I said they're using it to attack Tim Walz. Let's say if Tim Walz wasn't gonna run for president, or if he never ran for vice president, and he wasn't polling, and he was just some goofy governor in the middle of nowhere where no one knows his name.
yeah.
Man, nobody care, dude. Nobody care what happened up here.
I think I would be scared if they elect him as the one they want to run. I think that's an easy loss for our Democrats if they go that route. But
We'll never know, man. We'll never know.
yeah, that's just my
never know.
thought on that.
Yeah, you don't know until elections. Like sometimes the wind of change overnight.
Yeah.
You know. You know.
Well,
Oh.
did you want to take a break or did you want to keep rocking and rolling?
We could go for 20 more minutes.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, we got 20 more minutes.
That's
I
right.
just got to reset the 2 cameras. And then I got to start change the battery out for the Canyon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, I love the insight that you're giving me though right now, man, because
Yeah,
you're
that's
just
some good stuff.
Yeah, really good insight on like what's really happening behind the scenes as a state representative, and then for us looking in, we're like, why? You know, we're asking the questions why.
Yeah.
You know, everybody is not just me. You know, they're asking me to say, hey, ask these questions about why. You know, that we feel like it's just the rule of law is being unevenly distributed right now. You
Yeah.
know, it's saying you can do this.
Yeah,
you
because we
can't-
lost.
Yeah.
The Democrat lost. I mean, everything. Okay, so when I was at the Capitol, this is true. In D.C., in some city council, at the Minnesota State House, this is true overall. Is every decision that's made is based on, will that decision get us more votes so we continue to be in power? Right?
Gotcha.
So everything Trump's doing now is for the next election. He truly believes what he's doing, they will win.
Yeah. And he's got a good following, you know, for that.
Yeah, and so that's what everyone's doing.
Yeah.
And so when we're at the Capitol, when I was there, that's every decision we made, every vote we take is based on how can that get us to continue to be in charge, or for us, every word we say against the proposal is how do we take them down to put us in charge.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and so when you're in D.C. at the state capitol, in the city council, every decision that gets done is based on the
Gotcha. And you know,
next election.
and what you're describing is how bad of a job the Democrats are doing, though. You know, they're doing a really bad job with that. The way that their game plan is not effective. That's why they've been losing.
So there's the people in the Capitol. They have their own game plan, which they're not sharing with other people.
Yeah.
And then on the outside, so it's almost like this,
Yeah.
like football, right?
Yeah.
The coach has his own game plan,
True.
and then the fan was like, "Man, you're a dumb coach. Why did you do that?"
Right.
You know, and the coach probably know that this receiver can't do that.
Yeah.
Right? He's too slow.
Yeah.
He's gonna get beat.
Right.
This running back, he's gonna get caught. So now we're gonna sneak the quarterback, you know?
Right.
But then it didn't work out. So everyone's like, what a dumb coach. But the coach knows his players and their players.
You would think they're supposed to know. That doesn't mean that they.
Well, I mean, he gets paid to know that.
Right. But that doesn't mean that they're good at their job.
He probably knows better than the guy who paid $20 to sit in the seat and well, it's not 20, it's probably 200 now.
Right.
Yeah, he's probably better than the hardcore football fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So kind of like the guys at the Capitol, they all have the game plan. They're not telling you, but it's being folded out.
Sure. And I'm just simply saying that
Yeah.
that they're not executing it well. It's not going.
You don't
well.
know their game plan. I don't know the game
I'm talking
plan.
about the Democrats. It's not going well. That's why we're in this position. That's
You don't know their game plan. I don't know their game plan. You know.
I've seen them trying to sue Trump or send out a lawsuit.
So that's all they could do.
Okay. Is that
That's what the states could do.
okay?
Because the way it works is this: the state collects the tax, and then they send it to the federal government. The federal government redistribute the money based on needs. So then, and then Congress already approved those money. So these money goes for this. It's already done. And so Trump said, no. As the guy in charge, we're gonna stop this money. He's a president. He's gonna do it. He's gonna, whether he can or cannot do, he did it anyway. Okay. Now, the attorney generals from those states are saying, no, you can't do it. And then then let's go to court, and then the court will decide, okay, you can or cannot do. Like right now, the USDA already came in. The court already put a stop and said USDA, which is a department in Trump's administration, put a stop to the SNAP or the infant money.
Yeah.
They already said
Benefits,
they put a stop and said you can't do that. The money should be used.
okay?
And so that's what those court case is. That's the legal way. That's the proper way where the states have the right to sue,
Okay.
and then the court has the right to decide. And then once they decide, that's kind of now it goes back to the checks and balances in our government.
Yeah.
And then when the court decide, then Trump's department can't withhold the money anymore.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's why they're suing for all the money that they're holding, is to say, no, you're wrong, you can't do it. And then now the court's going to say, okay, he can. And then the money stop, or they say, no, he cannot, then the money continue to flow.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
But Trump's going to do what he's going to do. Yeah. He knows he probably knows he can't do it, but he did it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't know how effective it's going to be with those.
I mean, that's the only option they got.
Gotcha.
I mean, that's all you got. What are you going to do?
Yeah. No, I get that.
You know? Like I said, it's not comply, but survive.
Gotcha. That's a very. It's sad, but it's a very fair statement.
Right? We're gonna. How you gonna? You're gonna do what you need to do to survive until the next election.
Yeah. Are they taking anybody now?
What do you mean?
Immigrants, anybody that doesn't have a citizenship, even if they run a business.
I don't know the reality, but what we've been hearing is they could take you, right? And then they'll process you, and then turn out, oh, you're not a citizen. Oh, you are a citizen. You are legal.
Yeah.
They let you go. You know, I mean, that's happened a lot, and the numbers come out already that a lot of the people that they actually caught and are in detention don't get deported because they were here legally.
Okay.
Their status are legal.
Okay.
They're just not U.S. citizens.
This is another chink in the armor of this is what I'm talking about is like what they're trying to do. They don't really have a strong game plan. The ICE their
game plan is just catch everybody.
Right, but
they don't care who gets deported.
Right, got it.
Right, and then the law comes in, and then the lawyer comes in, everyone talks, and it's like, oh shit, this guy, let's look at his status. Oh, he's legal. He's here as a student. There's nothing, he hasn't done anything illegal. We can't send him back.
Yeah.
Okay, send him back to school. You know?
So he did all.
but he already lost 6 months.
Right.
Right?
So it might take that long too before they.
Yeah, a couple months to 6 months. You know, and right now,
can that person sue though? The government for that, or I don't know. I'm not a lawyer.
You can sue anybody.
Yeah.
do you have money to sue or not?
No, but you could, somebody could. If I'm a lawyer, I'd take that on. But if I know I'm going to make a big penny, from it, a lot of money from it, wouldn't you?
You don't understand lawyers.
Please tell me, educate us.
Lawyers?
If I ever get, if I get, let me know this, okay? Let's play the scenario.
I had a lot of lawyer friends. Okay, you tell them their case. You tell your case to them. If it's hard, they ain't touching it.
Wouldn't that be
If
easy?
it's easy and they're gonna make money,
Right, that's what I'm saying.
they'll come to you and say, "I ain't gonna charge you anything.
Right.
Just split me."
Yeah, exactly. But that's
So unless they come to you and say, "Nixon, I'm gonna not charge you anything. We're gonna split half."
I know.
That means you have a strong case.
If any lawyer knows the answer to this, though, I would love to know. If I get detained and I'm a citizen, can I sue? That's what I want to know.
You're going up against the federal government.
Right.
They have unlimited amount
Resource,
of money.
Right.
Yeah.
If you're a lawyer from some little Hickville town somewhere, no, you rather chase ambulance. You ain't gonna go up against. The lawyer has to pay his bills too.
Yeah, but they can also win a lot. That's what I'm saying. But I don't know.
Well, they could win nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I bring it up. So
Yeah.
any lawyers are watching, please, inform us in the comments what we
Actually-
can do.
There is a lawyer that came on and she talked about it.
Yeah,
She's on Big
yeah,
Monkey
but
Day.
is she taking on the case
But-
though?
No.
There's a difference.
I didn't even bother watching. The
She's
whole
just
thing.
educating,
Yeah.
right? But she's
So-
not taking on the case.
Nixon, that's probably a lawyer you could take.
No, I probably already know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
She's an expert in helping people get visas, immigration lawyers.
Yeah.
She's not a litigator where she sues the government.
Got it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
That's true. That is.
Yeah. So lawyers, even you graduate from law school, you may not have the expertise.
Well, we don't have much optimistic outlook.
No, I mean I'm not trying to.
No. I
I'm
get
not
it.
trying to
I appreciate
kill the
it.
mood, but
No, I appreciate
the
that.
reality is a reality. People are like, "Hey, dude, you're this. Why don't you do this?" I'm like, dude, I can't do nothing other than make sure my mom don't get caught up. That's the only thing I worry about right now is my mom and my aunts and they don't get. Thank God my mom's in Florida, and there's no ice down there. I still get my workers from Home Depot. In Florida, there's no ice down there.
Yeah.
You know why? Because they need people to work in Florida, man.
Yeah.
And the governor down there is Republican,
Right.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
They're not going
Right?
to bring it to. Yeah.
right? Why would they need to damage him?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna see ice in Mississippi.
Yeah.
Rounding up banging heads down there. They don't want to damage that guy, the governor down there.
No, I like what
know?
you said, and that's a valid point. And I like what you said because that's what people are saying. They're saying we're not just coming to Minnesota. We're coming here because of the fraud, because of all the immigrations, the illegal immigrants. That's their
You gotta say
argument.
something.
Right.
I mean, that's their talking point.
Yeah, that's their talking
But
point.
is it true? I don't know. You could make anything true.
Yeah.
I mean, you're in charge. What you say is what you say.
Yeah.
So was that one of the reasons why you moved down south? Was because
No, I moved because it's warmer.
He don't like the cold.
It's cold here, dude.
Yeah, I don't
It's
like,
like,
it either.
oh my god, man. I'm outside a lot.
Yeah.
Like, the minute I get up, I make my coffee and I'm drinking my coffee outside.
Yeah.
And I'm outside. I'm out there until it's time to go to bed. Then I come home to the house.
See, this is a great segue to the next topic. How do we get to that level, Shua? That's it.
Exactly.
So we're gonna talk business and
Easy,
entrepreneurship.
easy. It's easy.
I can't wait. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
We're gonna pivot and go to that. Now.
All right.
All right, we can